My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. It's time to go in with a new clan combination. I do think it's time to get Melting Remnant back out. And I think maybe Banished as well, perhaps. Melting Remnant first, Banished second, Banished first, Melting Remnant second. Who do I want to go where? I'm uncertain, but I feel like I get more experience with the primary clan because that does happen and I already know that is the case. So I'm saying I feel like, but what I mean is I know. So let's do that. Inspire, apply Valor 1 to friendly units. I don't really keep friendly units alive for that long. Advance, apply Valor 12. That's also another. We'll randomize the Pieheart. Rective Liquor is our leader. All right, let's. Raps, stop trying to figure out the run before the run starts, goddammit. Just play the goddamn game. Just let the game give you things and then figure out how to work with it. Don't sit on the start screen trying to figure out your strategy, buddy. You'll figure it out when you're in the game. Ursel Sword. Gain 4 deployment Ember and deployable upgrade is 50% cheaper, so we definitely want to set up big lines early on. We got 2 copies of Entombed Explosive. Extinguisher deals 65 damage to the front enemy unit. 2 copies of Upbeat Warbler, enchanting the units to become quick, as well as the Steadfast Crusader. Has the ability of Slam. Once every 2 turns, it can advance and deal damage equal to the front enemy unit, rather equal to this unit's current health and armor. Lightforge to upgrade our champion. I kind of want to look at Ursel Sword first. When an angel moves, it gains 2 Valor. Also advance the back enemy unit when it hits your train, which a lot of the time is very good. Let's do that. It's not really going to influence my choices here, though. Burn Bright. Rective Flicker burns out. Burn out 3. I do think I probably want the Harvest, and we're looking for Entombed Explosive interactions of some kind. Burn Bright would be nice if I could support its burnout, but the thing is, there's nothing that I can think of in Banished that would really help supporting that. And Banished really wants consistent value over time, much more than spikes in value. Yeah, enemy units could be on each floor. That's completely fine. Literally not a problem whatsoever. One down, and then I threw a Entombed Explosive at the top line. All of them dead, and we get a bunch of Extinguish triggers. Cool, and we'll only get like 2 more. Go up to the next line, because I can only kill 2 more next turn. Ideal. I feel like I do want to Harvest Flora, I just don't feel like ultimately what's on our top line right now is going to be it. Warbler. That'll take them all out. Oh, right. The Warbler only inspires the other units to be quick, not itself. Makes sense, makes sense. Throw up some inspiring Valor on that top line. I should Probably prevent the fire damage there, rather than take the additional Inspire. Oh, yikes. Estrella is going to run out of sap while ascending these lines. Annoyingly. Let's drop an Entombed Explosive, a bunch of damage to you. Let's get a Upbeat Warbler and a couple of Dregs down here, just for even more damage. Inspire the top line. Perfect. Unfortunately, I'm really bad at taking out those Forsakens because we moved Estrella forward, which is actually really bad for me right now. Oops. I'm going to throw this Dreg away because it won't change anything. Oh, thank heck. We're healthy enough and have enough time to finish this off. Oh boy. Oh, did not have much further to go there. Molded. 1 Ember, reform a unit. Love it. There's another Entombed Explosive there as well, but I really do need the ability to start reforming units. It's a very useful key mechanic, especially when you have the Dregs and Entombed Explosives already. Hello Drippings is also here. 0 Ember Consume, apply Burnout 5 to friendly Burnout units, as well as the Entombed Explosive that we mentioned earlier. I don't need a third Upbeat Warbler. Divinity, 3 Ember, apply Valor 10. Admittedly, sounds great to me. Good to throw on the Steadfast Crusader. Great target for some cost reduction. Selfless Sacrifice is also here. 2 Ember, Consume, Advance, and apply Damage Shield 2 to that unit. We'll go for the Divinity. Merchant of Arms in the second area. How likely do I feel to go to the Merchant of Arms? A room is a lot of value. Banished Banner, Merchant of Steel, Remnant, Merchant of Magic. I will say Merchants of Steel certainly seem much more powerful right now. Endless and Dualism. Alright, hopefully Dualism's relevant to one of these banished units. Sword Maiden, 1 Ember, 2 Size, Summon. Draw a equipment card from your deck, and then Artificer ability, gain Valor 8. So Artificer triggers when equipment is attached to any ally of this unit. Unfortunately, it's any ally on this floor. I mean, you're not bad to head up your own line with something like that. There's also Battle Dancer, 1 Ember, 2 Size, on shift gain Valor 3. I will note, however, if, like, I could give you, for instance, Wind Blade, and then you just had that Wind Blade, and on shift you're gaining Valor 6 instead, that's a lot of Valor. I just don't think I'm going to repeat the trigger for Sword Maiden as commonly as I will repeat the trigger for Blade Dancer. So I'm going to give you your Dualism. I'm going to give Endless to one of the Entombed Explosives. I'm going to give 20 additional health to the Steadfast Crusader, who does damage based on their health. And I'm going to give 15 additional damage to one of the Upbeat Warblers, I think. Because the top floor is going to be Steadfast Crusader, Upbeat Warbler, and... is it? Where does the Warbler go? I don't know. Maybe I don't buff the Warbler here. Do I hold off on this Strength Stone? Merchant of Magic in the next area. I've got a Divinity that really wants upgrades. I got a Molded that really wants upgrades. Both of them want specific upgrades. Molded would be more than happy to have something like Spell Chain, Intrinsic. Well, I don't really want to make an Intrinsic, obviously. No one's dead that early. Spell Chain, Holdover, reduce its cost. Then Divinity, double stack, reduces cost. Reduces cost and consume, remove consume. I'm gonna hold. I dabbed a -1 energy per turn, but can I still play? Can I still play my dregs? Like, I don't want to put Battle Dancer in front and then Steadfast Crusader behind, and then Steadfast Crusader just charges at the start of the turn. Actually seems like a really good idea. I'm going to change one thing about that, and I'm going to get my Rectiflicker on the top line instead. There we go. Because this mid line's still only going to be buttering up enemies. Sure, I can throw away a dreg if I need to. Do I need to? I think not. If I play Entombed Explosive here, the Fallen Champion hits it, it kills the Energizing Flautist, which does almost nothing. It changes 5 damage to the Fallen Champion, so it doesn't really meet any good breakpoints for us. I suppose I can play you in a position to just give us some additional damage, maybe even inspire that bottom line. Okay, so we're still throwing these 2 harvestable units to the top line, and they are mighty harvestable. The only thing to do for it this turn is double up on the Inspire and let him rip. I love when the order gets inverted like that. Get him Steadfast. Then 1 Entombed Explosive. I do want another Entombed Explosive on the bottom line. It's good damage to just throw at the Legion, which I feel like might be necessary because you're getting so many spikes on your resolve. Yeah, I'm going to take the opportunity to deal some additional damage here. Especially because ultimately we only have 1 unit on the top line that actually does anything. And we're covered. Ooh, barely got there. We're right across the line constantly here. We definitely need much more damage. Whiplash. 1 Ember, played plus 10 damage and Burnout 2 to a friendly unit. There's also Purifying Cleanse, restore 15 health and apply a Burnout 3 to a friendly unit. And Molded yet again. I'm going to take another copy of Molded. A lot of things just open possibility. Wow. Penitent Bloodsuit, shifts, takes 30 damage, can be equipped to enemy units. There's also the Rising Rage, 1 Ember to ascend, then advance. Windblade. Shift, gain Valor 1, on resolve, trigger shifts. Obviously that equipment goes immediately on the Blade Dancer. I make it deployable if I can. God, am I going to the Merchant of Arms right now? I was saving up for the Merchant of Magic. There's even a Remnant banner there that I need. Giving Battle Dancer 6 Valor every single round, admittedly, is a lot. But I don't get another Merchant of... Oh my god. I don't get another Merchant of Magic for literally until Kale? Can I survive that long without a Merchant of Magic here? Oh, I hate to say, but the answer is yes. Its maximum impact right now is making Molded more consistent, which I don't really have a plan for the Moldeds yet. I'm just building it. I really want that Remnant unit. That's what I'm telling you. I want that Remnant unit, but I can't get it. God damn. The next Remnant unit I could collect is opposed by the Merchant of Steel. Ugh. This is not how I wanted that to go. So the Merchant of Arms is what? It's... Blade Dancer becomes a much more consistent damage dealer, but not healer, because it's not in the front line. I'm not ending turns within the front line, because I don't have control over its movement. That's a fantasy. I can't use that yet. I need to make a new plan with the Remnant unit. Holdover, -1 cost. Good hits. Okay. Paraffin Thug, 1 Ember, 2 Size. On Slay, gain 30 gold. Gotta say, I love it. It's a lot of money. Can I afford to take it? So it would certainly stand behind Rectiflicker. It becomes my damage for that line. I think I can afford you right now. In the future, I don't think I can. I think I should look at spells for the Celestial Arco first, but let's also have a look. Holdover would be like Holdover Molded, reduces cost, right? If I have a moldy dude to play every turn, I want to play that moldy dude every turn. 10 magic power, doesn't really have a target right now. If I've got to dupe something, I think I will dupe that. Oh. I'll be honest, I was not ready to put up or shut up on that one. That's so much reform. Every turn I would be able to bring back an Entombed Explosive and another Dreg. Like, I would just have a line that's just reformed units every turn. Okay. And what of it? Find someone good to reform, Raps. The Dregs will do in the meantime. I really hope I get a rare unit here that cares about reforming. Okay, Rectiflicker, Paraffin Thug, and then, like, sack units on the bottom line, so just like a exploding tomb every turn would be nice. Then Battle Dancer with Steadfast behind, that goes on top. Right, of course, because the backline unit will be pushed to the front. It's going to be really annoying, actually. So I'm not going to slay with the Paraffin Thug this turn. I'll play Molded with nothing to draw from it. Oh, God. 65 damage at the wrong target constantly because the backline is weak. I need a spell to just deal damage to the frontliners. That would help so much. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump block with my burnout units. Oh wow, now you pushed them out of order. Now you've done it. Still not gonna be able to take out a target with it. Rude. Legitimately, though. I need you to be inverted again. Drop the big Divinity on that one. Do I need that many reforms next turn? Yeah, I do want 2 reforms next turn. It's going to be relevant for the top line. Give me Mr. Burnout. Perfect. Take a lot of health off that unit at least. Then another mold of this bottom line. Drop a Dragon Inspire him, that's good enough. We still get a Slay with the Paraffin Thug, and that's all I care about. Still haven't drawn the Windblade, unfortunately, though. I could easily see myself going additional capacity here. Just look at what we're doing already. I'm going to throw a Warbler in. It causes the Paraffin Thug to kill at the right time. I don't need to have those molds ready for the next turn. Ideally, they have to fight my bottom layer, and then every next layer they have to fight them again, but they're molded. Oh, finally, the Windblade's here. It's a shame it never gets to trigger, because Resolve never triggers in this fight. So I guess the Resolve from... I guess I should probably throw that equipment on the top liner then? I really need to draw those Moldeds next turn. There's one of them. I think I'm probably best served with a big burnout unit there. Damn it. Yeah, I deserved that. I didn't really have a scaling plan. I was still kind of hoping to find my scaling plan after Archeon, but if I'm gonna be fighting... Oh, obviously we're running it back. I'm gonna change the allied clans so that I have the advanced trigger, because I think that's probably much more relevant. Otherwise, we will run it back. Oh, Pyre of Savagery! Friendly units gain Slay, +1 damage permanently, 2 copies of Divinity in the base deck, a Battle Dancer, good thing I took the changed Valor spell, and 2 Entombed Explosives. Otherwise, pretty similar to our previous. Again, show me the artifact first. Deal 5 damage to enemy units when a burnout unit dies, or when you equip an angel, apply 3/3/3 Valor, Rage, and Regen. That's honestly not that great. It's relatively small unless you are equipping them multiple times. 5 damage to enemy units whenever a burnout unit dies. I really like the idea of that. Please give me the reform burnout units line. What did I do wrong? What have I done to hurt you, game? I've done nothing but love you. Is this because I didn't start playing you immediately after you came out? I was busy. Definitely Rectiflicker and Battle Dance are on the same line. That's going to be our kill line. They don't really need to permanently do much other than slay as many units as they can, if they can. Also, let me quickly check. Entombed Explosive, 0 damage, 0 damage. Okay, they weren't considered as having slain a unit when they exploded and killed a unit. Which, that feels opposite of how we'd previously seen that go. Fine. I don't have to do a bunch of damage with the exploding candle every time a unit dies. I'd just like to. 12 additional damage for the top line. Okay. Okay, I can take out that fallen champion. I can take out the next one. I can let Uriel get up here with 5 HP. All I have to do is let you kill a burnout unit and I'll win. I guess, or I can just play out both of those vengeful shards and wait. Whiplash, apply plus 10 damage and burnout 2 to a friendly unit. Purifying Cleanse, restore 15 health and apply burnout 3. Or Drip Ball, descend, apply dazed 1. Without a plan to extend burnout in our deck yet, I think Drip Ball makes a lot of sense. Another copy of Divinity? I don't think I need another copy of Divinity, but getting the ability to ascend and the ability to descend, that seems good to me. Give me a copy of Rising Rage. There's a lot of utility there. Remnant Banner next to the Merchant of Steel. Admittedly, some good hits there. Alright, give me Tight Knight Endless. Ooh, upgrade a unit with 15 damage, plus 5, and burnout 1, which means at the end of every turn it will die. So I can give that to a Entombed Explosive and then also give it Endless, and every turn it will explode. It'll have burnout, so it does 5 damage to all enemies, and also it does 65 damage to the front enemy unit. That seems really good to me. Oh no, don't make me. But I'm so greedy. Wickless Tycoon, 1 Ember, 2 size, harvest, gain 10 gold. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, the burnout and endless definitely goes on Entombed Explosive. That's a sacrificial unit if I've ever seen one. This Battle Dancer, you having Tight Knight to take half damage wouldn't be half bad. You'd be able to lead your own line. But I also really don't need you to have that, and I could save the money. Because I'm going to be chump blocking a lot of the time. I'm going to save that money. Enemy units apparently appear on each floor. Thankfully, I want that to happen because they're good for me. So I'll set up Wickless and Rectiflicker on the top line, and then Battle Dancer on the bottom. And then this middle line, I'm going to leave empty. I want all of them to get to the top line to be harvested. I can invert their order later if I need to, obviously. I don't think I'm going to be too mad to have a shield stew in that line. Perfect. Other 2 units down. The Entombed Explosive is now atop my deck. I'll grab 50 gold from that floor this turn, and then I'll grab... Oh, wait, actually, oops. Oops. Obviously the play here is you throw the explosive in front, and then as soon as it dies, it explodes, killing all the enemies. I don't need slay triggers on these. Oh, I guess slay triggers on these are relatively minimal in impact. No, I don't want you to die there. thought you were actually going to survive. I think I have to hold off now. Oh, it's because you're healing. Of course, of course. Yeah, I'll just throw you at the front of the line because you die anyway. So much money. Our resolve is starting to keep our bottom line healthy. Good to see. I think I might not be getting enough damage on Rectiflicker here. I'm going to take this opportunity to... I want to get rid of the healer as well. Realistically, as soon as they fight these dregs next line, those units in the back line will die. So fine. Do your most worst. Resolve, gain damage shield. Oof. Sure, get descended and dazed. I think I'm big enough to do this. Yeah, we are. Right on. And we got to be very greedy there. Managed to claim 400 coin for ourselves. Another Entombed Explosive. I mean, I do want it though. But this is the one that I really want. This one duped, ideally. God. The other ones are for applying additional burnout to a unit that realistically I don't think I want. Should I just take one? I keep getting offered them and I keep ignoring them, but like, am I ever gonna not ignore them? Unless I take one? You know what? Fine, I'll take one. It'll make it easier if I need to use one. Windblade, Shield of Wing. Revenge, deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's health. That is a lot of damage coming from the Rectiflicker. Very good way to turn that into an AoE. Windblade, obviously. Shift, Valor. Obviously, we also have the Battle Dancer, who'd be happy to have it. I'm going to take that for the Battle Dancer first. Helping secure a second line. Another Remnant character. Having Windblade in my opening would actually be really helpful. I don't really like any of these, but I can make the Windblade deployable. So have a look in the Celestial Alcove first. Some rail spikes. Waxen, apply 4x damage and burn out 4 to friendly units. That means all of the units on that line will die in 4 turns. Spike of the Stygian, 1x sap and 5x frostbite, or Spike of the Legion. Propagate 2x. I don't have a reason to use this yet, but it's the most versatile. I think I do want to re-roll here and see if I can find something much more useful. It's not like I hate Overgrowth Carapace, I just don't have a unit that can use it. Banished Banner, next area with the... I mean, I'm going to the Merchant Trinkets with the amount of money that I'll have in the next area. It's 100% correct to go that way. What I really need is an additional unit from Remnant. I think I have enough money that I'm going to use the reroll here. Cursed Twin Blade. Multi-strike, but on strike, gain -1 to damage. That allows me to project my damage a lot further. Very useful. And then there's also Void Armament. On extinguish, purge this unit from your deck, and that will purge Rectiflicker. There's also Spell Sanctum. Spells costs -1. Oh, but it costs 3. Yikes. I'm not really going to have many times to play that. Cursed Twin Blade, I think, makes the most sense to me. Getting Rectiflicker the ability to push some damage back. I also really like Void Armament, but only if I ended up with Dante's Footstool so that I could join them both together, have a 5-cost equipment with 2 multi-strike, then I just add to my opening hand for 0 cost. If you have no units on the floor, Archeon gets mad about it and damages your buy directly. I feel like I'm going to need Rector and Wickless on the bottom line. Get him Entombed Explosive. Takes out literally all the enemies immediately. God, I love it. I mean, when the enemies have like 500 health, it's going to be significantly less useful. Which is obviously when I start getting scared. Yeah, it's pretty much time for the Cursed Twin Blade as well. Five damage to the Pyre, unfortunately, because we let them kill 2 units on that top line. Nice. Just enough damage to work through the Fallen Champion now. And we even get a huge heal at the end of that turn as well. I mean, I am kind of fine with Shield Steward starting to die. So I'm going to move you to the front and then heal you, giving you burnout. Tombed Explosive. I think I drip fall my Battle Dancer to descend you to the bottom and back of the line. Sure, you're dazed, but you do a lot of damage to Archeon. I think we get pretty close to killing Archeon just off the back of that as well. Harvest some additional good gold on that floor. I mean, this Entombed Explosive's already got us the kill, let alone the other one that I already have ready as well. I could even ascend and then advance you and then put my own Entombed Explosive on the top line if I just really wanted to style on you. It'd look a lot like this. Fun. Another Cursed Twin. Hello, Formless Child. 2 Ember 1 size, extinguish, return a random defeated friendly unit to your hand and apply plus 40 damage to it. Yep. It's another Cursed Twin Blade. Ugh. You can't join 2 of the same equipment together, which is the only thing stopping me from clicking it and trying to join 2 of them together. Avenger. On Revenge, apply like weakness 1 to the attacker. It's also Paraffin Thug. Slay, gain 30 golds. Slays and Harvests are going to be competing against one another. That said, if I do go capacity, which is certainly how I'm feeling at the moment. Formless Child. Yeah, I'm gonna go capacity, so I think Paraffin Dog. Do I need more money? Is that truly what I think I need right now? Or do I just need a good defender for my goddamn Battle Dancer? Obviously, Avenger seems like a good unit for that kind of thing. Although, admittedly, so does Lady of the House. 1 Ember 45-45. Can obviously be reformed with Formless Child, be added back to the fields, or healed with the Purifying Cleanse and given more burnout that way. Yeah, give me space. I wanted space more last run, but I'll take it this run. Banish Banner. Good thing I took another unit, because I don't get to take a unit this round, because obviously we got to go to the Merchant of Trinkets. I'll go to the Celestial Alcove before I go to the Pyramanes, just in case I have to pay health. I'll go Accumulator 2, additional Grow on Harvest. Wax Snuffer, hello. That's fun. Extinguish triggers an additional time. Flicker's Liquor. After you play a unit after deployment, a random card in hand is reduced to 0 cost until played or discarded, which is great as well, because every single turn I will be playing dregs and stuff like that. Basically, all of my energy is now taken care of. a lot of my energy is now taken care of. Friendly units gain Rage 3 whenever they lose a stack of Burnout. Admittedly, fine. I want to re-roll and see if I can find two things that are much more impactful. Start of turn, enemy units gain... Sorry, friendly units gain Valor 2 if they're at the front of the room, and Valor grants an additional armor per stack. I'd take both if I could, but I can't, so I won't. 2 Valor on the front line at the end of the turn. I don't dislike that, but I think Titan's Edict, for the sake of a bunch of armor on the Battle Dancer, makes a bit more sense to me, to be honest. But that's every floor. Every floor wins out. Celestial Arco, what do you got for us, buddy? That will cost us health, won't it? No, it won't. Titan of Savagery. We could touch the shield, getting the Savage Skin upgrade, which gives a unit Titan Skin 5. Not bad, not bad. Savage Heart upgrade. Rage 5, and on Revenge, permanently gain 1 Rage. The downside to that is... Oh, all of these unpurgeable and deployable units in hand cost 1 additional Ember, so I have 1 less Ember in the first round. Which is fine, because the things that I need to play in the first round are Wickless, the Windblade, Battle Dancer, and Rector Flicker. Touch the weapon. Savage Spirit. Gain 2 additional damage for every missing health. It's not really what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go with the permanent rage. And this is fun. Who should have it? I feel like it would make sense on Battle Dancer, to be honest. Gives you a lot more damage. And you will be at the front of your line consistently. Not always, granted, but consistently enough. Take that health. I really wish now I could take Titan's Edict as well. Alas. We'll just have to earn more money and buy it later. I know I can't do that. -1 Ember per turn, that's actually not a problem. Flicker's Liquor is not going to help me in deployment phase, but after the deployment phase, it'll take care of my Ember for me. So I want my bottom line to be my strongest line here. I gotta remember that this guy is gonna give corruption to all of our units when he summons. Oh, Savage Shackles, how dare you. No Windblade for me, then. Take 9 damage, and then another 9 from corruption. No. I don't really want the Wickless Tycoon to be taking that corruption if I can avoid it. But it also doesn't feel like I can avoid it. Oh wait, hang on, we have the exploding candle. Yeah, so that just takes out all the enemies by itself. Granted, Wickless still takes a big hit. really don't want you to. Okay. Spear Steward goes on this line, then in front of that goes the Dreg. This Dreg dies, blowing up, hitting all of the other ones. Their corruption gets applied to the Spear Steward. The Spear Steward then dies, triggering another harvest on this same floor. And now I can change your ordering up there. And honestly, Spike of the Legion, if you can propagate 2 armor or 2 valor on someone, do it. Yeah, that's the harvest trigger we were looking for. Drag in the front line. So let's take significantly less damage. Got Dripfall and Rising Rage both available if I need it. Do I want to descend that guy? Doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. Yeah, it's literally the same as not doing it. Drag first, then Entombed Explosive. I'll throw Spear Steward in front, then move. Fallen Executioner. I might have to throw an Entombed Explosive at you in a bit. Lady of the House with 45 additional damage on the top line. 45 takes you to 61. That plus Just Cause would get us there. Oh my god, both Divinities. Got 0 costed from the Flicker Licker. Licker's Licker's so good. I'm gonna give this additional Valor to the Wickless just so they can try and keep you healthy for a while longer. Oh boy, that double explosion on the bottom line is huge. Ooh, Formless Child. You could bring back any number of units. I suppose I do intend to play you. Play Windblade on this unit, so now when the Dreg goes down, the Formless Child is now 0 cost. Suppose it's worth it just getting 2 additional units for free. Especially if they're ultra buffed. Look at how big the damage there is. I'm gonna have to get rid of the Savage Shackles, because it's my units that play my units right now. That's just enough damage to push lethal already. I can have 2 more units die on that floor, which is relevant because those will be harvest triggers. Grand. matter how much corruption you have, I am bigger. Memento Mori. 3 Ember, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle. That is a big number, and it will be low cost because the Flickers lickers consistently. Wicked Blaze, reform a unit, apply 10 additional damage. Admittedly, it's a pretty expensive reform, but I do want reforms. Can I afford to really quibble over their cost? The answer to that is no. Heroic dive, descend, then advance a friendly unit, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times this unit's health and armor. There's also Deadly Plunge, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 3 times this unit's health and armor. And Demonize, descend and apply melee weakness 2. I think I could see Heroic Dive as a way to get the Battle Dancer down to the bottom line for the final part of the run. So I think I give you like Permafrost. Merchant of Magic, you say? I don't have many good units for upgrade targets, but if that banished unit was relevant, Merchant of Steel would be very. But I think Empyrean Well, Merchant of Magic next to one another, it's really difficult to argue these aren't going to interact very effectively. So Spike of the Legion, if I remove your Consume, I later have the ability to give you additional Ember 2. That could be fun. Lowering the Ember cost, this definitely needs to go on 1-cost cards, because now when I play a unit, these 1-cost cards can't get their cost reduced. Frost goes on the Heroic Diver, I'd argued for. Yeah. Remove Consume on Spike of the Legion. Plus 10 magic power, not really relevant. Reroll. That's exactly why I did it. -2 and give Consume, that's fine. I can give Consume to the Spike of the Legion that can't gain it. Spell Chain. Spell Chain on Wicked Blaze would be lovely, but I obviously need to reduce its cost to justify it. I'll just have to do that later. Imprison Zephyr. Friendly units advance on strike. That would be a really good way to get Battle Dancer's floor to have a lot of shifting going on. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't make me. You don't even know. God, another copy of that Battle Dancer? Considering what we just did? Seems good to me. Granted, like another Spike of the Legion is fine. It's not exactly what I need. It's fine. Different prayer stones spawn on each floor. Yeah, the units that die when they hit a penitent prayer stone, I want them to die, so everything's fine about that. Nothing wrong. Okay. Battle Dance. Battle Dance. I do feel like I need Rector to defend Wickless eventually, so you'll go in front. Beautiful. Ascend and then advance. And then daze and drop back down to the bottom line. Sounds good to me. I think I could play Lady the House and then send it down, descend, and then advance a friendly unit. Yeah, so that'll trigger 2 movements on that floor as well. That's really good. Perfect. Then drag in order to take out a couple of these Undying Wretches on the bottom line. Can't incant on that floor, obviously, but I can bring back another drag. And a second copy of Wicked Blaze gets added to my hand, but thankfully the drag is 0 cost, so when I play the drag, it'll make the Wicked Blaze cost 0. I can cheat out so much value from this. I want that to actually deal its damage, not avoid that, unfortunately. Do I remember how that turn was played? I think this was the order. And then that one goes there. Wicked Blaze, summons Drag. Drag summons Wicked Blaze. Wicked Blaze summons Drag again, and then you go behind the lady. There we go. So Ravenous Zealot is now a little bit closer to dying. Get rid of the Savage Shackles. As long as I play Windblade and Just Cause before the drag, the Divinity is going to be free. So you're going to deal 20 damage to my Pyre right now, Ravenous Zealot. That's what you're saying. I can move you ahead of the Penitent Prayer Stone. Realistically, I can't actually do damage because you've got multi-strike, so you just take out the unit in time. So I'm better utilized throwing my drag elsewhere. Wait, hang on. I know I can play Divinity when I use the turn in the right order. That's so much health that I leave on the Ravenous Zealot just to do that. If anything, it's way more important I hit the Zealot with more damage. So like that. Unfortunately, that also means the Lady of the House dies, but that also kills the Collector in the back line. Okay, I like that a lot more now. And then final thing. Throw down some more Valor for the bottom line. Oh boy. I'm dead. They're gonna cycle exactly like I want. Drag for the bottom line, woohoo! However, Ravenous Zealot has more than enough damage, and as soon as you get to the top line, I'm dead. I still haven't drawn either of my explosives, which I'm pretty mad about, to be frank with you. I feel like I should have drawn that by then. 8, 6, how much of the deck? 36 card deck, there's 12 cards in the bottom. Those 12 cards in the bottom included both of my explosives, the ability to project damage further. Did I go past things that were significantly more relevant? No, I kind of just hit tech tools in the meantime. One of either of those explosives would have been enough to be able to clear the top line appropriately on earlier turns especially. As well as obviously take down a bunch more health from the Zealots. Again, remember, these are exploding twice. Courtesy of the Liquor. Well, that's just the way the Betty crumbles. The Betty Crocker, sorry. Oh. Are you kidding me? Did I just kill myself by... Oh, boy. Let's see if I can salvage this. I was certain I was already dead, which is why I treated myself as though I was already dead. Perfect. I can actually get both of those units down in time. I was certain I was dead. That's why I didn't care about this Battle Dancer line that's gonna obviously, like, fall apart. Because I didn't think it was gonna matter. I don't know if it's especially reasonable to restart the fight, given that. Obviously, we just try and win. Just like... It'll do it. Yo, we made it. I was admittedly pretty deeply terrified. The additional harvest's just gaining additional health to defend me against your next hit, and then harvesting you 2 more times before we keep going. 51 damage taken. Oof. Memories of the Melted. 0 cost consumed, gain 1 ember for each friendly unit death this battle. Obviously, if I get that on the same turn as Spike of Religion, it's pretty insane. Resin removal, remove all debuff effects from from friendly units and all buff effects from enemy units. Nice for getting rid of things like melee weakness. Fatal Melting deals damage to enemy units equal to 3 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle. Admittedly, our copy of that is supposed to be our Entombed Explosives, but I'm not drawing them constantly. I think it's either Fatal Melting or Memories of the Melted. I'll take Fatal Melting. Because I think I already basically have Memories of the Melted. It's just, it could do a fun, tricky thing with the Spike of the Legion. But fun, tricky things are not necessarily reliable. Punk Shredder, 1 Ember. Enchant the entire floor with Trample. Sounds great to me. Begone, retreat the front enemy unit, apply melee weakness 1 to enemy units as well as Penitent Death Suit. On shift, gain melee weakness 1, can be applied to enemy units. That's got to be the Punk Shredder. Giving Trample is good. Trample good. Good. Obviously, with the amount of money that we keep earning, it's got to be another Merchant of Trinkets. It's going to be worth it. When a friendly unit dies on the floor, angels on the floor gain 7 rage. After deployment phase, cool. Back unit goes to the front of the line. A lot of the time, that is going to mean that the Entombed Explosive is not as effective, but also it will kill much more relevant units consistently. When a friendly unit dies, angels on the floor gain 7 rage. Admittedly, those 2 battle dances will just be defended by an endless amount of dregs, so sure. Permanently add +2 to a unit's equipment on Slay. Cursed Twin Blade, getting that? Cool. When an angel moves, it gains Valor 2. Sure. Unstable Vortex, removing 2 cards from the deck. Certainly not going to be the Embers, sorry, the Dregs nor the Just Causes. However, these Spear Stewards are not long for the world. Also, that Purifying Cleanse that I took earlier, heavily regretting it now. I knew I would at the time, but I did it anyway for some reason. I think I need to focus on removing some more cards from the deck early. God, maybe I do get 1 or 2 copies of Just Cause out of the deck. Yeah. Maybe even 3. They're so much worse than the other cards. Perfect. This will also give me a lot more control over my my draw speed towards very, very useful things, such as the Imprisoned Zephyr, the Entombed Explosive, getting to our Wicked Blaze, getting to our Wind Blade if I don't get to play it in the opening, which I'm probably not going to get to. Rude. Yeah. Get out of here, Cherub. Trying to ruin my valor? I do feel like these ones are probably going to get past us, though. Imprisoned Zephyr, very good. No units will have died by that point. Oh boy. I think I need to give the Cursed Twin Blade to one of the Battle Dancers just so that you do more damage. Yeah, I need to try and push that Fallen Executioner down. Granted, now that the Zephyr is on that line, every time Angel attacks, they're going to move. So they're going to get so much Valor on that line. I just need to survive until this top line's dead. So you've got Spell Shield 2, Damage Shield 1. What? If I throw 2 Dregs up here, do you die? Yes, and then the Holy Cherub only gets the top line just to die for itself. Wicked Blaze is in Spell Chain, but it's only going to be able to bring back one thing because not enough units have died right now. Can I cause a unit to die in my own turn? Not really. Play out the Calcified Ember. That Formless Child is now going to bring back another Entombed Explosive. As long as I Dripfall Kale, I don't have to worry about losing my Battle Dancer here. You can now get equipped. And I'll keep holding on to the Heroic Dive. It'll be a great tool on a different turn. It doesn't need to be this one. Sorry, I let you get through with no damage taken? How did I do that? That's obviously going to be a problem. There we go. Got enough to push through him. Thank heck. Really feel like I should be just throwing some dregs on this bottom line as well. Especially that one. Good damage. I'm going to add to the burnout of that dreg just because it's got so much damage on. It's been buffed twice by the Formless, so it's got plus 80 damage. I'd love more units to be dying on the bottom floor. Thankfully, I've now drawn the explosive that makes that happen. Punk Shredder, you go in the back line. Alright, perfection. Pretty sure I'm reliably going to have the ability to deal with that sniper on the top line here. Fatal Melting doesn't do it by itself. But the shield steward's enough. Fatal Melting for 33 damage to all enemies on the bottom line. Sure. Make it much easier to make sure I kill all of them. Propagate the 4 stacks on someone of something. Sure. We'll let the shield steward die so that we get the rage triggers on this ground as well. Okay, I can finally breathe a sigh of relief after we finish this. Because I'm gonna get some additional health back for the Pyre Heart, which is very relevant. Sure, I guess I can give you... should still probably up the burnout on the drag that's relevant. Ascended in advance, doesn't work for me. Alright, hold on to it. Okay. Savage, Entombed Explosive goes down on the bottom line. Then I... humbly advance the Battle Dancer with multi-strike. There we go. And it looks like that'll do it. Yeah, additional armor from each stack of Valor will be so much better right now. Oh well. Another formless child? I think not. Hallowed Halls, 2 Ember, kill friendly units. Reform random units on this floor until it exceeds its capacity. Sick. Love that. Sanctuary, consume, apply damage shield 2 to friendly units. This is a great, just like, one of my floors is just going to constantly be reforming with that, ideally. Heaven's Light for additional size, not really that great right now. It's definitely draw. Merchant of Arms is admittedly very good here. So specifically, it's very good because it gives me the ability to put Imprisoned Zephyr in my opening hand, which means that the Battle Dancers will start buffing one another very quickly. Spell upgrades that I care about. Hallowed Halls getting Holdover, admittedly. Like, Holdover -1 cost, I would take it every time. Oh, really? Okay, I've still not been offered the third line, which is the reforming one, so I'm just going to take the third of the accumulator. Oof. Let's have a wee look at the Merchant of Arms. Yep, kind of what I expected. All of mirrors. Create a copy of friendly units on summon, eh? That's a fun way to get a lot more damage out of a tuned explosive. It's a way to get a lot more money out of a Wickless Tycoon if I need it. A lot of the time you won't, though. that one size off being able to summon a 1, 2, 3, 4 battle dancers on the same line. Like having Hall of Mirrors, playing battle dancers on that line, and then replacing it afterwards with the Imprisoned Zephyr. That would be fun. Boiler Room, gain 1 ember when an enemy dies. I mean, that's a way to just nullify energy costs very quickly, which I think is really worthwhile. I'll take that. But in the deployment phase, what I need is Imprisoned Zephyr. Combine 2 equipment cards into 1. Only if I could nullify its cost, but I can't, so I won't. Alright, Alcove, what do you got? Random Hellhorned, Umbra, or Pyreborn consumable card. Hellhorned, more likely to be related to Armor or Rage. Umbra, more likely to be related to Size or Morsels. And Pyreborn, more likely to be related to Pyregel. Size or Morsels, because, yeah, 3 morsel units. This is 0 cost. It adds 3 units to hand. When I play each of those units, it removes full ember costs of another unit in my hand. Oh, Hellhorns? That's same deal again. Well, the imps will cost me energy, but they'll be good. Random Pyreborn consumable card. Yeah, Pyregel 10. Don't need that. Thank you. Yeah, next area is Merchant Trinkets, Merchant of Steel, Overhaul. Merchant of Steel? Do I care about Merchant of Steel in the next area? I don't think I do. I think what I need is the Merchant of Magic. I'm gonna reroll here. Overgrowth Carapace, gain 1 size, if there's a size available to gain. Enchanted for 15 magic power. Shielded Whinge, deal damage to a unit equal to this unit's HP. To an attacker equal to this unit's HP. That being on Rectiflicker is really good, because Rectiflicker gets a huge amount of health pretty quickly. And I'm going to remove a Shield Steward from the deck, because I don't think I'll play him. I'm going to remove another Shield Steward from the deck. -1 ember per turn. Going to be a little annoying. I'll have to set up on the bottom 2 floors. I'd love to also play Wickless Tycoon, but it's certainly not my priority right now. Oh, hell yes. Entombed Explosive's already here. That's so good. I mean, Punk Shredder would still die to the Rage-winning Assassin, unfortunately. So yeah, you definitely need to go on a safer line. Damn it. Hallowed Halls was missed, but that's fine. Couldn't really do anything with it this turn, to be fair. That Avowed Gladiator is going to be a problem. I don't actually understand what I'm going to do with them. Ooh, double malting it. As well as a Queen's Impling. Love to see that. Definitely gonna throw the malting imp down, of course. I think I need the Entombed Explosive on the next floor to deal damage for us, but I also need it on the bottom floor to deal damage for us, so I'm kind of confused. Throw Queen Simpling down here. How many units have been defeated? 0. Throw some additional damage out there again. Formless Child will allow me to return the Dreg and the Queen's Impling, I guess? Yeah. All you gotta do is die. There it is. 2 big dudes. I knew it was coming. Divinity, pretty good, but let's start with Packed Morsels. Entumbra, Excavator, Jeweler. Realistically, I do want both of my units on this bottom line to die. That one up there does enough. God. Alright, here's how we do it. Morsel Excavator on the bottom line. Then a Morsel Jeweler on this line. Then I Drip Ball to put you down on the next line. Then I Entumbra on this line. Windblade on whichever of you has less rage. And Divinity on the other one. Alright. Our damage, our ability to generate damage just ascended. Got a lot better. Molting Imp takes out a huge amount of sweepers on the bottom line immediately. This single Entombed Explosive double explodes and kills that enemy for us. Shield of Winch is still going to be significantly better on the other Rectiplica, so multi-strike on Battle Dancer, but of course I probably suspect that was going to be the case anyway, to be fair. Gotta find somewhere to get rid of them. Beautiful. It really depends on what I draw when as to what I do this hand. I'd really like no one to go to the top line if possible, so we'll start with Entombed Explosive up here. And that only zero costed. Oh, yikes. Boiler Room would be so nice if I could use it here. Well, that one's not happening for us. We'll be losing our Hymnist as well, unfortunately. Actually, losing our Hymnist is really bad. Can I do anything about that? Not really, no. Hey, there we go. Oh, melting got reduced. Great. Boiler Room on the bottom line, then Fatal Melting kills enough enemies that I can play more cards. Let's get rid of the Vengeful Shard. Rising, Advance, and then... or rather Ascend and then Advance. No. But I do need to use it on someone. Because then, if I play Entombed Explosive, I will reduce the cost of Shield of Wing. Perfect. Yeah, now I've got a good response to a multi-striker. Doomed Explosive. Realistically, I just want to get as many units to die down there as possible. That'll help. Oh. I forgot that we were going to take 5 damage on that top line. That's pretty bad. Our Fire of Savagery is certainly not doing as healthily as I would like to see. Sacred Wicks consumes to reform 2 random units. That's Memento Mori for 10 times friendly death. I mean, this did like 60 damage at the end of the battle, so... 120? It'd be closer to 180. I'll take it, I might need that damage. Consume to apply damage heal 2 to all friendly units. That's a good way to protect against sweep. Not exactly sure how often I need to defend against sweep. Eagle Heart Advance. Apply Valor 5 to a friendly unit, then it attacks immediately. Admittedly, significantly better. I don't want to take the left path, but I think I need it because otherwise I literally just die to Dominion. If I don't go to Pyre of Savagery, I just die. Ooh. It's really unfortunate. Ooh, reduce size to 1, you say? Actually not that relevant, says I. Reducing damage taken. I mean, Titan Knight on one of the battle dances certainly seems appropriate. At the end of the entire battle, friendly units at the front of the floor permanently gain 6 additional. That's great, but I can't use it. Attunes Whetstone. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck, reduce the cost to 0. I mean, it's great, but it's gonna draw the Cursed Windblade. It's great, but I wish I could have joined something else into the Cursed Windblade. Start turn for the heal champions. I do like that. Units get an extra upgrade slot. I like that as well. Well, do I like that as well? How many upgrade slots do I really need? One more. At the start of turn, fully healed champions is really good for Rector. Endless and Burnout are here again. As well as Quick. Quick's really good, actually. I think Endless and Burnout on another Entombed Explosive is exactly what I need. I need to draw that Entombed Explosive much earlier. Do I need to give you Burnout, though? Because if I don't, then I can give Quick and plus 10 damage to the Battle Dancer, who probably then inherits the Multi-Striker. That seems really relevant. Then we want to remove 2 cards from the deck. Calcified Ember is going to get out of the deck itself. Just au natural. I really don't need either of the Just Causes, but I'll just remove one of them right now. The second Wickless Tycoon. Honestly, I have no more opportunities to spend my money. You are not a friend of mine. Anymore. Set up enchants your enemy units with rage. And melee weakness. That's gonna be a toughie. Oh no, I got the Shield of Wing in the opening hand. That's not what I was hoping for. Do I give them a Windblade, or do I just play Lady of the House on the bottom line as a defender? I think I need Lady of the House. Especially when I'm worried about melee weakness. My Titan Knight unit can't survive that floor. No one can survive that floor. Not with you attacking. Advance a unit, then attacks immediately. Alright, I think I made a mistake. I think Lady of the House needs to defend the middle floor, otherwise there's no way that I'm capable of keeping those battle dancers alive. Right. Oh, because you're quick, so you move yourself to the front of the floor. Oh, you. I don't think I can stop him from doing that. I'd need to move someone else. And I can't move someone else. Yeah, unfortunately you are going to die. So I'm only going to be able to keep one Battle Dancer on the fields. Well, that's how it goes. Yeah, even with another child blocker, you literally move yourself to the front of the floor at the start of the turn. Oh, that's embarrassing. Well, at least you got a lot of damage on you. That's nice. Oh wow, this bottom line stays alive. Rector just kills him. Kills him! Rector? Damn near killed her. I mean, you had to. Inverter box. Ooh, transcend him. As well as the Payo Chambon. Well, thank you kindly. I will get a bunch of energy from that. Thank you kindly. Chosen Zealot is going to die on this floor, so I'm fine with letting sweeps take out my units. Because I do want them dead. This formless child could bring back the Battle Dancer. That's pretty important. And I don't want to give that Battle Dancer a reform, because that'll give it burnout, and then it'll burn out constantly, and I prefer not do that. I mean, the Battle Dancer is going to have the same problem every single time. Just gonna move itself to the front of the floor. God. I really, really can't keep it alive. Throwing 2 dregs on that line certainly feels correct right now. Oh, Morsel Mine, I'd love to see that. Oh, hang on. No, I don't love to see that. Morsel Miner on the bottom line would immediately die to the sweep. I'm still gonna lose the Battle Dancer again. That's enough damage to take out the top liner. Yay! I guess I throw a Morsel Miner and Morsel Jeweler on that line too. Better than just letting those Rage Wings ruin my time. There goes the Lady of the House. I'd love to get this midline working. There's the Hallowed Halls. I mean, all of these units on the bottom line are just dying to the Shield of Wing. Maybe I don't need to throw my Entombed Explosives down there. Maybe I need them on the next lineup. And I say maybe, but what I mean is I do. Want to reform some units here? You'll eventually get one of the Battle Dancers, I guess. That's fine. Go to Battle Dancer near immediately. Let's let Transcend him die first, so that I'm more likely to get it back from the Formless Child. Memento Mori is now dealing 100 damage. Sure, straight to the boss. Got another Fire Chomper back in hand for additional energy. We're drawing 6 cards next turn, so almost a full hand. Perfect. Boiler Room is so good down here. Trample feels pretty good for that floor right now. I'll give you that equipment despite the fact that I don't think you're really going to be able to live to use it. We Wicked Blaze for Transcend him, because Formless Child would just give me the Transcend him at this point, so I might as well bypass that and go straight for the Transcend him. Huge amount of energy out of that, as well as reducing the cost of the Wicked Blaze, and then I can use Wicked Blaze to get back the Formless Child, and then put you there. Now you die from your burnout. I actually gave a lot of health to these enemies by doing that. Because they're no longer attacking Rector. I think I'm just going to heroic dive Rector to the front of the line so that they do all die still. Because all of my units will die courtesy of the sweep and the damage that they've taken. This is going to be a tricky Titan fight. It's going to be a weird Titan fight. Keep extending your life. See if I can keep that Battle Dancer alive. These dregs are played to die. Good lord. Shield of Wing on Harvest Rector Flicker. So it's a build by itself. 7 available reform units. Sure. Let's add some number to that. I'm gonna drip ball the angel out of there so I don't have to worry about you. Reform him. Sick. 7-unit limit on that top floor, and all of these dregs are back. Advance a unit, apply Valor 5, and it attacks immediately. I'll advance you and apply Valor 5 so that you get a bunch of additional shielding. Oh my god. If we get to this point, it's... Oh my god. Well, it's a revenge on being hit as well, so that's actually a problem, because a lot of ours are triggers, so if the enemy silences our bottom line and we can't kill their silencing unit, we are kind of screwed. Hopefully that doesn't happen, Teehee. The battle has been won. For the moment, gotta head to the Titans and see if we really win though. Our Pyre does have pretty high attack damage, which is going to be good for it taking down Dominion in time. I also do have the ability to daze Dominion, which is really relevant. My Battle Dancer is going to die again. It's going to quickly move itself to the front of the line, and then it's going to get killed by entropy. How can I prevent that from happening? Can I prevent that from happening? I need a second quick unit that attacks after it. I can't, like, chump block it. I'd have to be able to give damage shield to it, which is not a thing I can naturally do. I mean, once it has good valor, obviously it's not a problem, but it's on the first round, so it dies. Yikes. I like these battle dancers. I just don't think they go on the same line as the Rector. I think we kind of just deal with it. I'm not keen to, but I think we kind of just do. Throw the drag on the top. Nice. Sets up for Hallowed Halls, which will kill 2 friendly units, and then it'll reform 2 friendly units on that top floor, which is totally comfy. Doesn't count as summoning units, so we don't get any additional Divinity for it. I can give you 10 Valor from the Spiked Legion, or I could give you 10 Valor from Divinity. It's up to you. Actually, I'm going to play Vengeful Shard, drawing another card. Wicked Blaze. Not a great draw there, to be honest. Got to get the shackles out of hand. Can't play with those. Definitely looking for a Dreg that dies, causing damage to all of the enemies, and then their damage flows over to the Entombed Explosive. I'll need other units on this mid line eventually, but I will get them eventually as well. And yes, Rector Flicker is finally, it's very quickly actually getting to the point that it needs to be. I'm going to get the blade out there, despite the fact that I don't actually think it's going to help me right now. It's not like I want to draw Wind Blade on a later turn. I think with Shields of Wing, yeah, the bottom line is already literally taken care of. Sick. That's so sick. Let's have Entombed Explosive on top. Love the idea of Welder Helper. I want as many units as possible on this floor, because then when they attack, they're going to be cycling the room a lot. I do want a unit to survive that round. Savagery is immune to being dazed. Are you immune to being moved? No? Oh, that's really unfortunate, friend. Yeah, I would love to slow Savagery down from cycling. Savagery gains multi-strike when they loop from the top floor to the bottom floor. So the less quickly you do that, the far better off for us. My god. Shield of Wing. Doing such insane work. I mean, yeah, additional health on the bottom line is exactly what you want. Can't get enough health to save the top line, unfortunately. Five damage to the top line because we could not keep a unit up there. Maybe I should have laid the morsels up there. I think maybe I could have kept a line. Yeah, this Battle Dancer with Twin Blade is certainly what I'm looking for. Twin Blade. Ah, 17 health. It feels way too close. So they're going to get cycle through the top line one more time. Get Empire. Oh, damn. Dominion's almost dead as well. Oh, this is going well. Punk Shredder for Trample. Let Memento Mori deal a bunch of damage to Savagery in the front line. Alright, I think we got this. Fatal Melting. That's a non-boss enemy units on the floor. Additional damage. Can I move them? No, I can't. 9 damage at the end of this turn. If Celestial Bastion gets up there, I take 3 and 5. 8. Am I taking any additional damage to something else that I'm missing? Oh yeah, the Savagery is dealing damage, of course, of course, of course. There's no one surviving on that floor. Can I have anyone survive on that floor? Good question. I don't think so. So at the end of this turn, I would take... lethal? Because the Celestial Bastion gets to go to the top line. You deal 5 damage, and then you die, but I take 5, 3, 5, 13. I obviously can't be wrong about this. Because if I am, I'm screwed. We pretty much kill Entropy this turn. Did I cast a spell on that top line? And give 5 additional after counting everything? Oops. Legion of Wax! 2 Amber 4 size, extinguish, summon 2 Twins of Wax with the same stat changes, crushing demise. Yeah, feels like it. Kill a random boss enemy unit, kill a random friendly unit. We also get the Melting Remnant up to level 5, Mortal Entrapment. Attune, deal 25 damage and apply daze 3 to a random enemy unit. To a already damaged enemy unit in case Ember. 5 coins, 5 Ember rather, when a unit dies. Little Faye, the alternate champion. And then the Banished also tries to level up. For the moment though, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been I gotta get out of here. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left is a series playlist for all the content in the game past, press with huge YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past the names of people so generously supporting it. Probably come patreon.com/Rhapsody plays out above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Disney and Mia. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time. And then I run away.